What's up, everybody? Welcome to Tones Overthinks It, the show where I think too much to make up for the people who don't think at all. This is going to be a long one, folks, so let's dive right into the stupid.
We're going to go from there.
What do you mean you're going to have me come back to
Well, you're not supposed to be driving, so you're going to exit the driver's seat.
Well, look what the cat refused to drag in because it has standards.
Okay?
I'll get out for you. Man, you look good on camera, bro.
I appreciate that, but I have no problem with you filming. You know that. I've dealt with you before. I have no problem with you filming. You just can't be driving. You understand that?
Well, officer, you clearly know who you're dealing with, so do you understand is clearly a rhetorical question.
So you waited for me?
No, I was right there. You literally were at my stop. I was assisting on an accident, and then you drove off right when I was there.
You're pulling out.
No, I wasn't. I was doing my accident report.
I saw you pull out.
I pulled out of the gas station and went and was doing my accident report in another parking lot. Mobile parking lot is very small.
Mobile parking lot is very small?
Yes.
So, do you see this, guys?
Yeah, we see it. Just another sovereign citizen moron making a fool of himself at a traffic stop.
Okay.
So, you have an opportunity to uphold rights or enforce statutes and codes. Which one do you want to do?
What are you talking about?
Well, you can uphold my right. I'm not doing anything wrong.
You're driving. You have a suspended license.
How do you know that?
Because I know who you are.
Did you hear that, guys? Wait, can you repeat that?
I know that you have a suspended license from previous encounters that we have dealt with. When I saw you driving, I checked your name. Saw you had a suspended license.
You checked my name?
Yes, I did.
You checked my name without probable cause?
You're driving. I know you have a suspended license. That's probable cause.
Boom. Roasted.
That's probable cause. So
Yes.
you ran my name.
Yes.
Why would you run my name?
Because you were driving and you had a suspended license.
Come on, buddy. You could put it together.
Do you understand how this looks?
Yep.
White light 124 with ending mileage. It's going to be 3 feet.
You do understand how this looks?
Yes. All right, go ahead and step out for me.
Okay.
You are going in cuffs, so I don't know if you want to put the phone away, put it in your pocket, whatever.
We're going in cuffs?
Yes, you are under arrest for driving on a suspended license.
Well, you know I haven't had due process of law yet, right?
I know you're suspended. I've already confirmed that you're suspended. And you are driving.
But I haven't been given due process of law.
How do you figure?
Because my court case is still ongoing.
The fact that you are going to court to explain your side and try to argue why you shouldn't be held accountable is your due process of law.
Secretary of State suspended your license.
No, they didn't. I have a letter stating that my license was not
You
suspended.
have that letter with you? Because
I sent it to the court.
Because as of right now, Secretary of State tells me that your license is suspended.
I sent it to the court.
Okay.
So there's a miscommunication here. Do you see how we get in the miscommunications?
Okay, but I have to go because I don't have that letter. You're not presenting that letter to me, so I have to go by what Secretary of State is providing me, which shows that you are suspended.
Given that you have not shown this letter to anyone prior to this encounter, or drive around with a copy of it that would very much benefit you in this situation, I'm going to say that letter doesn't actually exist.
Okay, go ahead and step out for me, Josh.
All right. Well.
Go ahead and turn around.
Alrighty, so, yeah, they know who I am, guys. They know who I am. So, are you sure? Are you sure you want to do this?
Yes, I am.
You're sure you want
By the way, don't do meth, kids.
to do this? You
Yes,
just
ma'am.
look good on camera, dude.
I appreciate
and now you're
that.
gonna look like hell.
I appreciate it.
Now you're gonna look horrible,
All right,
dude.
go ahead and put the other hand behind your back.
Man, you guys don't get how this works, man.
Says the man who keeps saying, I don't understand in court.
Put the other hand behind your back.
You guys, hold on. Put my phone.
All right.
Hold on. You don't know how this works, dude.
I do.
You do.
Yeah,
How do you?
were driving on a suspended license? That is a
So you waited for me.
No.
So you waited for me.
How did I wait for you?
You waited for me. Well, you ran my name.
I didn't run your name until after I saw you drive.
Oh, you didn't? I don't believe that.
We do not care.
That's fine.
I don't believe you.
That's fine.
Okay. Are you double locking those, or are you gonna try to
I
like?
just did double lock them. You
All
want
right.
those too tight for you?
Well, I mean, you know, like you obviously want to retaliate against me, right?
How am I retaliating? I'm literally
Dude,
asking to make sure
you
you're okay.
just looked good on camera.
I
You
appreciate
just looked good on camera, and now you look like
appreciate
shit.
Nobody cares. Nobody. And you need to shut up.
Just like,
So
like bowheads look like shit.
So you're saying I'm looking bad because I'm pulling over somebody who is driving on a suspended license?
That's the way you look at it, right?
That's the
the way
law.
you. That's the way you see it.
You can't drive on a suspended license.
Do you have
That's the law.
discretion?
Not with a misdemeanor, no.
You don't have discretion?
No. So you're saying I can just let someone steal a bunch of stuff from Walmart, let them walk away, and I didn't do it? That is a 93A misdemeanor just as suspension.
Listen, when that's the case, you have a victim. You have somebody on the opposite side that's going to be claiming they got stolen. Somebody stole from them, right?
Yes,
you
there
have
is a
somebody
victim
that's
in a
going to be
retail
claiming,
fraud.
right? So somebody is victimized. The only one victimized here is the guy you just kidnapped.
Welcome to the room of infinite bullshit!
The only person you're kidnapping me right now.
I'm not kidnapped.
Am I going against my will?
It's called being under arrest. You should know this is like your 3rd or 4th time, right?
Do you have anything on you besides your phone? Any weapons, knives, guns, anything like that? I know you asked me if I had guns. Do you have anything on you?
I don't know.
That's fine.
I had the right to remain silent, but I didn't have the ability.
I know, last time you wouldn't even give me your name when I asked you. When we were at your daughter's for the birthday party.
For the birthday party? Oh,
Yeah.
at my daughter's?
Yeah.
Oh. I didn't know you were out there. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, now you remember me.
Yeah, man.
Told you, I've talked to you a couple
See, so
times.
this is retaliation.
Oh yeah, sure, Lanto. I'm sure everybody's retaliating against you. Everyone is responsible for your woes in life except for you.
You have discretion right now. You could say,
You don't,
hey,
do you have any warrants?
do I have any warrants? No.
Okay, as long as you don't have any warrants, I'm going to give you a ticket and we're going to let you go.
Okay, yeah, and then I'll fight it out in court.
Hey, what do you know? There's your due process of law again. If you don't like what's going on, you get to go to court and dispute it. I just hope you have a better strategy than I don't understand.
Listen to me. I'm not trying to talk down to you or anything like that, man. I'm really not trying to talk down to any of you guys, but you guys see how like the public perceives you?
Well, I can tell you the
Like,
public.
with mixed-
hang on. I can tell you the public from that one, we're not even happy that you were there.
What, from Bohez?
No. Just now at my accident.
The public wasn't happy that I was there?
The 2 other citizens that I was dealing with,
I didn't have them on camera.
you said yourself you were recording her because she was recording you.
After she recorded me, I put her on camera.
Okay, but I'm just saying, so that's the public too.
Okay,
Any
so
citizen is considered the public.
Exactly. So when people tell you they don't like having a camera shoved in their faces, that means you are causing trouble for the public. And the job of the police is to serve the public, even if their needs don't align with yours individually.
Right. But hear me out. Like, because there doesn't have to be this divide between you guys and the people that you serve.
Oh, I agree.
There doesn't have to be that divide.
I agree. But there are laws that still have to be followed.
Okay, but there were laws against weed 4 years ago.
Correct, and those have been amended and changed.
Right. So would you have enforced those 4 years ago because it's your job?
I did.
Okay.
I've
Do
been
you
doing
feel
this for-
bad now that you did that?
No.
You don't?
No, because it
you
was
don't
the
feel
law.
bad that you ruined people's lives over plant matter? I would feel horrible about that.
And yet you have never taken any personal responsibility for ruining your life with it, have you?
Was it their choice or was it my choice to do what I did? And do what they did?
Anytime
Was
people,
it their choice?
most of the time when people interact with you, it's not their choice.
Okay, but in regards to the marijuana, was it their choice at that time?
To have the marijuana on them?
Yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
but there was nothing wrong with it.
Was it illegal at that time?
Was it illegal at the time? We're talking
Wait,
about
no,
legal and
no.
illegal
You're-
versus moral and immoral.
But you're bringing it back to, was it illegal? My
Well-
job is to enforce the laws, right?
That's your job?
And to
what if
protect-
those laws are immoral?
You are hardly the appropriate person to make the distinction of what is immoral and what isn't.
It's not, it wasn't immoral.
What if those laws are immoral?
If I am,
I'm asking you a serious
if
question
I
right now,
am,
man to man.
if I
Man to
am
man.
given an order
Okay?
that is not lawful, I do not have to follow it.
Okay, what is lawful?
Following the laws that are written by the Constitution, the laws that are written
Okay,
by
the
the state.
Constitution. Is the Constitution the supreme law of the land?
Yes,
Okay, so what you're doing to me right now is a violation of that Constitution.
it is not.
It is.
All right.
Wait, come take off.
Like I said, if everything checks out and you don't have any warrants, I'm just going to write you a ticket and I'm going to let you get out of here.
All right.
All right?
I love tickets because then I get to go make recordings in court. And then I get to expose that it's an extortion racket.
An extortion racket that has dismissed quite a number of tickets for you and not forced you to pay fines.
Well, I can tell you a lot of court's been happening over Zoom, so...
Yeah. They try to threaten me and tell me they're going to arrest me for recording in court too, but I do it anyway. Right? Because I know there's nothing wrong with it.
I think they have a signpost on the front door that says no recording, though, right? In the courtroom?
Oh yeah, they tried it. Why do you think they don't want recording in court?
So wait. So if a store owner has a sign outside his business that said no firearms allowed, can they enforce that?
That's a business owner, and if he's open to the public, then it's quasi-public place. I mean, these are all like philosophical type questions.
I mean, it just goes back and forth, right?
Yeah. I mean, but the bottom line is like, how should we act, right? Like right now, you know I'm no threat to you.
Correct.
There's no reason you should have me in
I've
this
been cool with
bracelet.
you. So, under my policies, anybody who I place under arrest has to be placed in handcuffs.
Okay, so
So I'm following my
you know when
policies
you were
on my
out at
road.
my daughter's birthday party, you know I was no threat to anybody.
Which is why you were never in cuffs, never. Even though you were the reason
but
I was.
that's not a consolation for doing the right thing.
So
doing
correct.
the right thing, we should never have to worry about what the consequences of doing the right thing. Ever.
Correct.
Okay.
Were you doing the wrong thing?
When?
Driving.
Okay, I've watched Joshua Lanto engage in multiple debates on YouTube, and to be perfectly honest, he got his ass handed to him in every single one of them, and I'm willing to bet this officer has watched every one of them, because he is absolutely owning him at every argument. He doesn't have to, but it is so satisfying to hear.
You know what the definition of the word drive is in legalese?
No, explain it to me.
It's somebody employed or doing commerce on the roadway.
Somebody what?
Employed or doing commerce on the roadway.
What do you mean by commerce?
It means like, okay, taxi driver, bus driver, Uber driver, right?
So a transporter.
Right, somebody that's making money on the road, right? Because here's the deal. Here's how the laws change to where you can do this to me right now versus they set up the laws to basically charge taxes and registration fees for people that were using the roads and adding extra wear and tear to the road.
How long
by
have
making
registration
money.
fees been around? Because as long as I've been driving, they've always been around.
Oh, well, I'm not asking like how long they've been around. What I'm saying is, I'm trying to tell you how they turned the commercial application to a private setting.
Okay.
Right? And it was very tricky and very slick how they did it in the court system.
I'm skipping ahead. We've heard enough of these arguments and we all know how they all end.
That judge in Clarkson, she recalled the warrant so quick. You know why she recalled the warrant really fast?
I don't know which judge you're talking about.
Kelly Costin.
Oh, okay.
Like, you've probably been in her courtroom a million times, dude.
Not a million, but I've been there.
Okay, yeah. She recalled that warrant so fast.
A warrant for you?
Yeah.
For what?
Well, I was 15 minutes late to the proceeding. I shouldn't have had to be at because I didn't commit a crime.
It's false.
The judge recalled the warrant because you were just 15 minutes late to your court hearing. Something she was not actually obligated to do, but did so at her discretion. Funny how this broken, corrupt extortion racket operates, with judges having every opportunity to lock you up, deciding they don't want to.
But when it comes to law, okay, there's a lot of things. You know, statutes and codes aren't even laws.
What dimension are you from where that is true?
In regards to which one?
All you have to do is Google United States versus Minker and tell me what it says. Minker. M-I-N-K-E-R. It says that, and I'm paraphrasing because I don't have it quoted off the top of my head. But it says the U.S. Supreme Court has warned, because of respect for what appears to be law, statutes, codes, rules, ordinances, many citizens for their respective law, for what appears to be law, are cunningly coerced into waiving their rights.
Where I'm at, I'm talking about immigration office.
Well, yeah, it was an immigration case, but the words were still the same.
Lies. Oh, lies!
And do you see, like, with the Bohez stop, like, I even put the case law in the video for you guys.
I did not see the video.
You didn't see the Bohez video?
Nope.
Oh, don't worry, Josh. I saw that video. In fact, it was the first video I ever did about you. And you know what I had to say about it back then? You seriously are an idiot, you know that? Ah, glad to see nothing's changed.
Are you kidding me?
I heard about it.
Yeah, I'm sure a lot of people heard about it. 140,000 views online, man. This is how you look bad to the public. When you enforce statutes and codes, you look bad. When you uphold rights, you look good and honorable. Just remember that.
You were other than honorably discharged from the Marine Corps after you were caught doing meth. And you want to talk about being good and honorable?
Yeah. Ivory's under investigation now.
Okay.
Did you hear he caused a traumatic brain injury to a lady?
Pure fiction.
And you seem like a good guy who wants to follow order. Well, I mean, besides the fact that you have a guy who hasn't hurt anybody or committed a crime in bracelet. Yeah. All right, I'll take my ticket and we'll see if Costin wants to go a couple more rounds with me. She looks really bad too, by the way. She looks really, really bad. And I hated to do that to her, but if you guys just leave me alone, this doesn't happen. I'm surprised you even pulled me over, man.
Why is that?
Because most people never just stay away from me.
That's not how it works. That's not how any of this works.
They are not going to let you go around violating the law simply because you don't agree with it.
I'm still doing my job, regardless of it.
Oh, do you hear how that...
Like I said, I'm going to look good on camera, like you said the first time.
Right, and then you're going to look like you retaliated against me, man. Come on. Come on, bro. Come on, you're smarter than this. You're smarter than this. Come on, man.
Nothing wrong except driving unsuspended. I have no issues with you.
And you think that's wrong.
It is.
No. Bro. That vehicle...
Right, go ahead and put your hand on my side, all right?
All right. That vehicle is licensed and insured.
But not to you. You don't have a driver's license or insurance of your own. That car was lent to you from another idiot, Michigan Constipation Crusader. And bear in mind, he's just a frauditor. He's not a sovereign citizen. He's not going to appreciate your arguments when he has to get his vehicle out of impound. And considering you were streaming this whole mess live, I'm sure your fiancé wasn't happy either.
Yes. So... But anyways, you could still call Lakeside. You still have the opportunity to say, hey guys, just leave and we'll have somebody come pick up the vehicle.
Can't do that.
You can.
I can't. My policies that I have to follow by my work state that if there is not a licensed driver inside the vehicle, that's fine. If there is not a licensed driver inside the vehicle at the time of the stop, we do not bring people to our stops and the vehicle will be impounded.
35 people in here now.
No one cares!
You just got 35 people. Like, I only have like 15, 20 people max. But when you arrest people...
140,000, or is that just on YouTube?
That's just on YouTube collectively. That's not on my channel. My channel is still small.
Okay.
So, but the big channels that I'm affiliated with, like, did you hear what happened in Utica?
Which incident that I have heard in Utica?
Utica, the detective that no longer has a job.
Was that the captain? The words? The,
Morabito. He no longer has a job because he doesn't understand how he looks on this thing.
Was that the chief?
No, that wasn't the chief, but I talked to the mayor.
No, there was I think it was Utica, who ended up losing his job there. But I don't remember all the details of that. That was about a year ago.
No, this was recent. This was like 4 weeks ago.
No, then I do not.
4 weeks ago, the guy, he no longer has a job. He no longer has a job. Okay? Because he couldn't learn, he didn't know how to act right.
Gotcha.
He didn't know that what he was doing was wrong. It's
a made-up tale.
Why yes, Josh, we all know about that incident you and your merry band of morons caused. And because you're a lying, worthless piece of shit, forgive me if I don't take your word for it. So that is why I made it a point to stay in contact with Chief Cody of the Utica Police Department, who as of the day of this video's recording, March 15th, 2022, has assured me that Sergeant Morabito is still on administrative leave as the internal investigation is still ongoing. And of course, I would be negligent not to share with him this glorious piece of footage that exists thanks in no small part to your unceasing stupidity.
We didn't get any reactions anywhere else because they notified everybody. That's why I said silent treatment. When they come in deep,
Yeah, they did.
you know they want to be tyrannical. You give them silent treatment, that makes it more likely.
Yeah, I didn't really answer any other questions about what we were doing.
Yeah, but they could tell.
Right.
Well, you would think if they could tell, then they would just not
Well,
roll
no,
in
the fact
that
that you
deep.
stopped and engaged with them, let them know that you wasn't any kind of a threat. Usually that's their biggest concern.
Come to think of it, I'm not sure what's going to make MCC upset more, the fact that you're getting his car impounded, or the fact that you absolutely failed to make this officer look bad in any way.
I mean, the bottom line.
So you're saying every police officer that enforces the law is doing it wrong, so none of us should have a job?
I didn't say that.
Well, you're saying I'm wrong for doing my job, right?
I'm saying you are enforcing statutes and codes versus upholding rights. Which is more honorable?
Okay.
Which is more honorable? That was the question.
Your rights were taken away because you were driving while you were
The
suspended.
state can take away a right?
You were placed under arrest.
The state can take away a right? Do you see where this goes?
You were
Do you
placed
see
under
why
arrest,
Costin doesn't want anything to do with me
and
either?
now you are released. Correct?
An unlawful detainment.
No. know you were driving on a suspended license.
Again, the word drive in legalese means something totally different. Do you realize, like, when you go into that courtroom, they speak a completely different language?
Yes, legalese. You just told me that.
Right.
I am listening to you.
Right. Okay, so do you have a law degree?
No, I do not.
Do you speak legalese?
No.
Then how the hell do you even know? No, but I
speak legalese.
I speak a little bit of legalese, yeah.
Okay.
A little bit, not a lot. But it's very, like, when you start to understand this stuff, I'm not trying to talk down to you, man. I'm really not. But you put that uniform on every day. I'm sure you expect to be going out and doing good in the world.
And there's a lot that I do. I have a life-saving award for people I've saved because they've had medical problems, things like that. I go to accidents. I help anybody out who's injured.
Right.
I do everything.
Right, but then retaliating against me because you're upset that I watch you.
It was nothing. I literally gave you a fist bump and said, "Is everything good? You need anything?"
I know what happened. I was there.
I didn't have to talk to you, did I?
But now,
so there was no retaliation there. You're twisting the word.
We're going to go to Lakeside Towing, and they're going to look like they just stole a vehicle off the side of the road. That's how they're going to look on camera.
They're going to have a slip that states that the vehicle was impounded.
It was stolen off the side of the road. Because right now, we could have somebody come pick that vehicle up.
Not by my policy.
Not by your policy?
Correct.
Well, does that policy need to change then?
Are you serious? You really think that just because you don't like the policy that this officer is somehow going to change it right there on the roadside? If you don't like it, then write to your local officials and ask for reform. Just be prepared for the fact that you're the one and only person who wants to change it, that you're not going to get anywhere.
I don't think so, because if I were to leave the vehicle here and leave, we are still responsible for that vehicle. So if anyone broke into that vehicle, we are responsible.
So, by waiting here and waiting for somebody to come get the vehicle, you see how we can get around these sort of things?
Now, do you also...
Your discretion is very valuable.
Yeah, and I'm sure he's exercised discretion when necessary to people he felt were deserving of it. You've been nothing but a whiny, arguing pissant from the moment he pulled you over. I don't think he's going to exercise any discretion with you.
Yes, but I don't have discretion in everything I do, as I explained to you earlier.
Well, we're going to work on that. We're going to work on getting Chief Keller and Lieutenant Ivory out of there.
And if that
Those
changes,
two don't belong in that position.
Let's have you step aside because Lakeside is pulling up.
So anyways, here comes the thieves. Right. See, these are the guys that are the thieves.
You really, really should stop and think before you speak, Josh.
So, hey guys, they're coming to steal a vehicle. Here we go. Here.
Josh, do you want your cigarettes?
Yeah, let me grab a couple things out of there.
What do you need?
I'll grab it.
I'm gonna grab it. What do you need?
I don't know what's in there, man.
What do you? Okay. What do you need?
I'm just grabbing my pop and my cigarettes, dude. It's not a big deal.
I don't know what's in the car though, so just give me a second, and I will get you your stuff, and then we can get it going.
Why can't, dude?
I know you know me, but is there a gun in the car? Do I know this?
Dude, now you're trying to gain entry into the car and do an unlawful search. I don't know what's in that car. It's not mine.
An inventory search is not an unlawful search. That has been upheld by the court as well, by the Supreme Court, if you want.
But you don't understand. Just because the Supreme Court says you can do it doesn't mean it's a good idea to do it.
Excuse me? Are you actually serious with that statement? Suddenly the Supreme Court is meaningless to you? You cited a case earlier in this video. You cited several in the comments section of that first video I found about you, at which point I proceeded to prove to you why each and every one of them doesn't justify your bullshit. So it seems to me that the Supreme Court only holds value when it suits your narrative.
But if I
The Supreme Court also said you can lie to people.
If I don't do it, and you say that there's something in there that I didn't know about, and now you say it's missing, who's liable?
Well, you guys could have just had somebody come pick up the car.
I do have someone coming to pick up the car.
Right, but somebody that's not going to try to steal money.
Okay. Like I said, you need anything out of here, Josh?
They're going to look like the thieves. You're going to look like the guy that stole the truck. Yeah, hand me my cigarettes and my pot.
Which pot? There's like 3 Dr. Peppers in there.
Here, there's one in the back.
And the box?
Yeah. No, not that one. There's another one.
Oh. nice and cold, too.
There you go.
So, I guess the child seats and anything in there that your family or children might need were not a priority? No? Just your cigarettes and a can of soda? Can you possibly be any more than a subhuman piece of garbage in this video?
Other than that, I don't know what else is in there, because it's not mine.
Okay. So why would you need everything out of here if it's not yours?
I just said, well, a lot of the stuff in there is mine. But I'm just saying it's not my vehicle.
In that? That's all I'm saying. You said, I don't know what's in there, it's not mine.
Do you understand?
Everything in there
This is
mine.
why people say they don't want to talk to you.
That's fine.
Okay. And just so you know, nobody consents to searching the vehicle. So you're doing this unlawfully without consent, and you're doing it in front of
I told you I'm doing an inventory search, which has been upheld.
I understand. Listen, that's how Boaz did it too, man. That's how Boaz did it, but he still looks stupid doing it.
Yeah, well, you know, that's just like your opinion, man.
So guys, I mean, call up to White Lake Police Department, I guess. Call Lakeside Towing, they're the ones stealing the vehicle. This guy could just drop it and say, I'm not going to participate in roadside piracy.
The problem with you is you're completely delusional.
What's up, man? You realize how this looks to the world? Huh? It doesn't look bad? Well, good thing you're not the judge of that.
And why not, Josh? Doesn't he have a right to judge the situation as much as you do? Or is it because he has a job and you don't that somehow that makes him inferior? Is that the fantasy world you live in? Where unemployed, deadbeat, meth head dads are somehow better than everyone else?
It happens every day. You hear that, guys? It happens every day. Every day, these guys go and they take property that's not theirs. This isn't their property. Is that your property? Just doing what the police want you. You don't have to. Nobody's forcing you to. So that's Lakeside Towing. Lakeside Towing and White Lake Police Department.
Again, Josh, do you really want to encourage your audience to harass them?
Do you want to drive me to my appointment?
Where is your appointment?
No lie.
No, I said nearby.
Nearby. Yeah, let's go for a little ride along.
Where are we going?
I don't know. You want to go to the White Lake Police Department?
That's where you want to go.
Might as well.
Is that where you want me to drive you?
Yeah, let's go talk to Ivory about how he caused a traumatic brain injury.
I don't know if he's in today, but...
He's never in when I come to talk to him.
I can't imagine why.
Do you want me to read you what the chat says?
Sure.
Sure? Following orders for a paycheck. Oh, they posted the phone number to the police department in here already. I don't control what the audience does, man. You understand that, right?
Oh, and I suppose you were saying the police department and tow company's name multiple times to your audience for shits and giggles?
Feel free to call up to Lakeside Towing if you want to, if you're unhappy with them stealing property that doesn't belong to them.
You know what? That's it. I'm done. I'm done. There's nothing more. All he does is just say the same crap over and over again in the back of the police car until he gets to the station and conveniently stops filming when he goes into the station, probably because Lieutenant Ivory was there because he's not actually under investigation for causing a traumatic brain injury, and that every word out of Josh Lanto's mouth is complete, utter, delusional garbage. Now, there are actually a few things that I've held back on throughout this video because I needed to get it finished, otherwise I would have cut this off a lot earlier. First and foremost, the most messed up part about all this is that Josh's original charge of driving without a license, the one that he's been going to court for and acting like a buffoon, the prosecution has decided to declare null prosequi. Sorry if I don't pronounce that properly, it just means that they've abandoned the prosecution. They've decided that he just wasn't worth it. Congratulations, Josh. You annoyed them to the point where they decided that you weren't worth prosecuting anymore. And you know what you ended up doing? You went out and got another ticket for the exact same damn thing. You just got off the docket only to put yourself right back on. So now you have a new charge and a new case and a whole nother round with the judge and the prosecution. And guess what? That was on you, Josh. Not the system. The police department is not out to retaliate against you. You had every opportunity to just walk away and never have to go back to court again, but you chose instead to break the law and get yourself cited again. But you know what? That's not even the thing that makes me most furious about this video. It was this part.
But it's like, do you guys want the public to work with you or against you? Because you don't solve a lot of crime by having the public against you.
Correct. But
right.
Also, just because I'm enforcing a law, even though the person on the other side of it does not agree with me, does not mean that I'm not doing my job.
Do you realize that Germans that did their job murdered Anne Frank?
I don't know what's worse. The fact that you're resorting to the completely unoriginal and ridiculous Nazi comparison, or the fact that your knowledge of the Holocaust begins and ends with the fact that you read the Diary of Anne Frank in high school. Let me tell you something, Josh, and furthermore, let me tell this to every frauditor and cop-hating idiot in the world right now. On the other side of the planet, there is an actual tyrant invading a sovereign nation, killing civilians, bombing children. That is tyranny. That is evil. But no, in your tiny, selfish, little first world problem burdened brains, you think a police officer pulling you over and giving you a traffic ticket is worse. Am I overthinking it? I don't think so. Thanks for watching, everybody. If you like what you see here and you want me to see me look at even more stupid people in the future, feel free to drop a like, leave a comment, and subscribe. Till next time.